here, you know, as per usual. Alright, chat, here. Finally. I mean, I'm surprised to see that you're the first person here. But yeah. Hey, Amen. Hey, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yes, welcome everyone. And welcome TI. So, I'm back on Warframe, I think 37 years. Yeah, it's been a minute, alright chat, like finally my patience has finally paid off. It's still cold. Yeah, it's been a minute, I know chat, I know it's been a minute, alright? But I'm back. And apparently there's an event in the game right now. I think it's Plague Star's back. So I'm on to check out what's going on in Plague Star. I may do an Archon hunt. I don't know. We'll see. And there's some Kova siphons. I don't want to do that. That's boring. Remember how to play? Of course. I've never forgotten how to play Warframe once. Last day of dog days. Oh, right, the summer event. Probably because it's 1 a.m. Somewhere where there's snow, I would like to guess. Yeah, well, Warframe is just one of those games that you never really quite forget how to play, right? So, I'm not really too worried. When I left off, what was I doing? I think I was leveling up Necros at the time, but I don't remember. Never mind, I have high school tomorrow. Well, hey, I hope your high school experience won't be too bad. First day of high school, I'm guessing, so, hey, give it a go. Hopefully it goes well. Hey, high school but made new friends. I hate to high school. I don't even like talking about my high school experience. It was just that miserable. Yee, Erica's finally here. Yeah. Yeah, T-Guy was just waiting for me to start streaming Warframe. But yeah, I... Not first date, by the way. Ah, okay. Fair enough. There's a new Prime Warframe there, I think, coming, or I'm not sure that Prime Warframe is out yet. It's Caliban Prime, I think. Yeah. Well, I know, I see people selling him in trade chat, but yeah, when it comes to Caliban, like, it's odd, you know? Is my stream so far behind? The hell? I'm down to farm relics if you want to. I will see. Not sure if I want to farm relics or not. Why is my stream so delayed? What the hell? That's so weird. My toes are getting bit by my dog. I'm like 10-second delay. Fair enough. I've seen worse. Well, it's not necessarily the delay, but like, okay, let me explain. So I have a place where I usually watch my streams as they're live, and like it was like just majorly just falling behind the stream. Usually it falls like a couple seconds behind, which is fine. It's not really a big issue, but you know, just like falling just further and further and further behind. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, so yeah. Nah, that's not a sir, by the way, T guy. That's a relatively new chatter that joined soon. So yeah, but nah, the foot sausages stay out anyway. Like, how else are they supposed to get seasoned? You know, like. Okay, let me on. That's interesting, but anyway, I think I was crafting something new, but I don't remember what I was crafting. Was I even crafting anything? The answer is yes, I was crafting an Orkin reactor. You know what I need to get eventually? Jade, because I'm only missing her systems, and she's a very interesting frame, but like, I just haven't felt like doing Ascension. So I just like, I got like most of her parts, I got her weapon and everything, and I just didn't craft it. Season. Yeah. Don't ask any questions. Don't listen, okay? Listen. You can't let them know the secret to your success, you know? Does anybody else have that YouTube glitch where the video is dark? Yeah, I've never encountered that glitch actually, so not sure I quite know exactly what you're talking about, but yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten that in my time on YouTube, funny enough. Well, I mean, you can try restarting the YouTube app and see if that works, maybe. You never know, it might work. Let's see. I swear, I feel like I'm never going to get this damn Corinth Prime built. Like, I've had this gun, like, in this state for 2 years now. The only thing I'm missing for this is the barrel, and I've scoured the market and nobody has a Corinth Prime barrel. Like, I've asked so many times, but just nobody has it. And like, I want to use the Corinth Prime because like it is a cool shotgun, but nobody has it. It actually worked, yeah. Sometimes just the app just like bugs out, so. Oh shit, I can grab the Drumna Prime. Yeah. Yes. I see the way. Okay, well, Tremor Prime is crafting. And that to all the other weapons, I still Corinth barrel, yeah. Yeah, I've been looking for it, but haven't found it. Well, Jet, it's time to head off on a mission, I guess. And all that, so. There is a mission that I've been doing that's pretty good for farming, relics. It's the disruption on Mars, I think. Disruption. That's exterminate. That's exterminate. Is it on Mars? Yeah, it is on Mars. I was on Deimos for some reason. Why did I go on Deimos? I said Mars. Ah, okay, never mind. Never mind, chat. I'm just... Is disruption over here, or am I just tripping now? I just... No, okay, it's Olympus. Alright, nice. I mean, we can do the Fisher, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. Let me see who's online. Is anybody online? T-Guy is online. It's 2 a.m. I'm gonna get a C5 for not wearing uniform tomorrow thanks to my dog. C5? The upgraded version of C4? Yeah, C5 with 5 more grams of nitroglycerin. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Yep. That's funny. Fair. I probably shouldn't play a disruption with Necros because, like, honestly, chat, I'm not really the greatest survivability wise with Necros. I'm in detention for an hour, sassily. Yeah. I feel your pain. Which prime collector's weapon do I feel like using for this mission? Soma isn't really that great built yet, so I can't really use it, honestly. So I think instead of the Soma, I will use the Latron, because Latron's actually pretty good. What you chewing on? You don't want to know. I'm dying of tiredness. Then go back to sleep. I still don't know why you're up at 2 a.m. Okay, if you really want to know, it is raw, unprocessed, unused sugar. Okay, I'm joking about the unprocessed part. It is processed sugar, but yeah, I have like a little container that keeps some sugar in here, and like I just like will have some of it just randomly. Is it healthy? No. Do I recommend it? Probably not. But listen, okay? If you ever see me in a sugar outline, you know I was at the crime scene. For sure. You know, like... you know they do a shock outline? Yeah. I'll be calling my hand now. Straight sugar? Yeah, straight sugar. Like... I've done it before. Like, y'all just don't always realize when I do it, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully TI's game doesn't just crash. When you think about brown sugar, I love brown sugar. It's the type of sugar that I'm eating. I'm gonna miss any streams to people I'm subbed. The wheat sugar, I'm eating sugar right now. Wow. Yeah, love brown sugar. Brown sugar better than white sugar. Hell yeah. But chat, the weirdest thing happened yesterday, right? I was playing like Fortnite with someone, right? We got the win, but their console died, like, because they were playing on Switch. Their Switch died right before I killed the last person. It was the saddest thing you've ever seen in your life, like... Oh shit, before I do that though, let me switch from Necros to someone who I can actually, survive with. Cause I like Necros, but I'm not a Necros pro, you know, like I'm a very you can survive. Well, they're low level now that you mention it. Alright, fine, I'll play Necros, but if I die, and the arcane that gives you more HP. Oh yeah. True. Alright. Oh yeah. And then I guess I can survive unless something bad happens. Just keep up, that's great. Alright, you got it. I'll keep it up. I'll try to have full uptime, but I just want to say, you know, thank you for all the recent new subs that we've gotten. I appreciate all of you, and all of you have been very nice. If you're curious what I do outside of YouTube, I do draw occasionally. You know, and my Instagram is linked if you ever want to see it. I mainly just draw anime stuff and whatever I feel like drawing, honestly. So yeah, if you ever want to see that, I do that, and I usually daily post. Let's do this, really. Yeah. Well, hopefully we don't die. Nah, you won't. Well, at the end of the day, like... that likely won't happen. You'll have to be ingesting so much of it that your body isn't able to process any of it. So, yeah. Gosh, T, I already started it, like, damn, I haven't even got my energy up yet. Wait, but who the hell is this? I didn't invite you. Oh gosh, I gotta play with randos. Oh gosh, no. Playing with randos and nice catch. I cannot draw. What's wrong with me? Nothing. You're just an average person to me. That's all. Man, why is my game on public? Oh, it was because I was doing Hydron, and I forgot to reset my game to private. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I mean, like, playing with randos and using Incarnon adapter, it just doesn't work, because, like, if you're playing with randos, you just never get a chance to charge your Incarnons, because they're just gonna keep killing everything before you can get your full charge, so... Yeah, oh boy. I'm a BRB, take your time, sure. You're all good, you're all Gucci. I don't know why TI is putting a bunch of relics in the chat. I'm kind of confused. But yeah, they're there, I guess. Yeah, that does take a lot of energy to cast, you know, like, that's really, really damn expensive to cast. Finally, my Incarnon is now charged. So I have art or design for my first period with Miss Noon, yes. I'm happy, I love design and I love art. Fair enough. I was giving you the grocery list. Alright, fair enough. Those are the good ones. Alright. Well, we're probably not gonna get any of those in any big amounts. Because, like, I don't mind disruptions too much. Like, they're bearable and I like them more than... It's weird, while I do like survival, they are very anxiety-inducing because, like, you constantly have to be paying attention to the timer. You have to be, like, constantly killing enemies quick. You can't just, like, you know, chill. Which, like... I see in Warframe sometimes you can play super sweaty, I guess, but like sometimes you just want to just chill, you know what I mean? Like, and just not really. Try too hard, but yeah. Maybe I'm gonna grab a snack because I'm getting hangry soon if I don't eat. Yeah, go ahead, get some food. Or rather, get something to eat. TI thinking he has a better titanium than my max level titanium be like. I'm kidding. But yeah, my titanium is pretty good though. She's only one shard away from being max investment, which I just need like one more Tau Forge on her. I think I need a Tau Forge blue, I want to say, but I don't remember. I mean, so V11 and V12s. Alright, cool. But anyway, I don't know what Motion's doing right now. He's probably working on a video or something, or he's probably just, you know, busy with family or life stuff, you know, so generally he's probably just busy. Which does happen a decent bit, but, you know, that's what it is, I guess. When he has time, he'll definitely stop by. Yeah, it's just when he has time, I guess. Oh boy. Oh no, network is not responding. Oh boy. Ain't that just great? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the objective. It's someone else, but I don't know. Okay, now it's fine? That's so weird, I don't know. I'm busy unless I'm sleeping. Well... Sorry, for me it is a bit different. Yeah, some days I'm busy, I barely get any time for myself, honestly, but yeah. Some of those days tend to be like when I'm not streaming, thank goodness, because like, yeah. Why is there so many things over here? What the? Man, Shadow, I do hope that you'll be alright for what it's worth. If your sleeping issues are getting like extremely bad, I would recommend seeing a professional about it. Because there was a point in time where I had really, really bad sleeping issues and it wasn't fun, so. Yes, being sleep deprived does make day life even harder, so. Can't say recommend it. You never wake me up from my taco dream. I've never had one, so I have no idea what they're like. Heard that they're pretty good, so that's great. Maybe one day I'll even get to try one myself. Maybe one day. Oh, there's something weird over there. I wonder what that is. There's some like weird thing. The hell is that though? I'm kind of confused. I've never seen this before. It's up here? Doing like a codex scanner or something. I don't think I have one of those on me. It was indeed something scannable, and seems like there's also one up here. But yeah, those have to be a newer edition. Because I don't remember seeing those in prior updates. So. Yeah, the weapons are still as fun as I remember them. That's one thing about Warframe, like, as much as, even though I may take, like, very long breaks from the game, I've always just, like, loved their weapon system and how, like, every weapon feels so unique, because, like, one thing when it comes to love, like, first-person shooter games like that is that there is no real variation sometimes, because, like, yes, sometimes, like, you know, they base, like, some of the guns in the game off of, like, real ones, but, like, aside from that, though, like, sometimes just... It's just nice, but, like, I just want guns that do cool things, right? Like, a gun that shoots exploding orbs. You're not gonna see that in, like, most other games, so... That's something that just makes the weapons in this game just feel so interesting. I feel like the devs of Warframe really do understand that people want something different sometimes, so they try to innovate and they try to, like, bring new fun items and weapons that you can use. Wanna switch to capture or wanna keep doing this? I'm fine to keep doing this, it's alright. Disruption is the most reliable when you're farming relics, I believe, so. Most like people farming relics just do disruption most of the time, because of the rotations, and you can in some cases manipulate the things, like oh, I picked up this key for no reason. Damn it. Hey, let's go, we did it. Right. We did it. Miso E6 relic. Yeah. I've seen the new sniper rifle. I don't believe so, no. I haven't seen it. Nope, I've never seen that weapon in my life. What the hell is that? Oh damn, that was pretty cool actually. I get it. If I could, I'd totally get that sniper rifle and add it to my Prime collection. Because my goal in Warframe, I guess, is pretty straightforward. It's to collect every prime weapon in the game as they will come out, and just collect them because it's like collecting things, Because that'll be my ultimate goal for Warframe. Because like MR doesn't really matter for me now, like it doesn't do anything, so there's no reason to be higher MR. It's not like I'm some stonks market person for Warframe that just sits on the market all day and just sells to make platinum. So I don't feel like I need 30 trades. 23 is plenty. But well, luckily my new core still hits like a truck, so yeah, we're still managing pretty well. Isn't really all that difficult, especially with TI taking out the XMSs before they get close. So I still have even more leeway to just not really do all that much. Well, TI, as we see here, is a wild TI doing their thing. Watch as they so quickly and elegantly kill everything in the lobby, while I do not that much. 'Tis truly a time to be alive. And this. Luckily I get iframes in that, so I can like kinda do that, so it's not really too big of a deal. Oh my goodness, that hit me hard like a box of rocks. Alright, let's go into that flame proc. Wears off. Alright, nice. What the hell is going on over here? Yeah, we just chilling though. We just chilling. Probably not a good idea to play Disruption when I'm even remotely tired. It's just relaxing to play. But as of Lies of P, I haven't really done that boss yet. I haven't had time, honestly, to sit and try that boss again. I will eventually get him done off stream, probably, but yeah, I doubt I'm gonna kill him on stream. It's just gonna be really annoying if I tried, so. Yeah, I do wanna talk about something that, well, I feel like I didn't realize, and not that I've realized it, I do think I'll be giving another game a shot again. That game specifically being Hollow Knight. Now, when I came to Hollow Knight, I was playing. How are we tonight? I'm alright, I guess. Thanks for asking. Yeah, when I came to Hollow Knight, I'd quit the game, not because I hated Hollow Knight, but just because, like, I was getting lost a lot, and it was a bit frustrating because, like, of my mindset at the time. Because, like, typically I feel like, you know, as a creator, when you're, like, streaming games and stuff, like, this may not be true necessarily, but it does feel like, oh, you're expected to make, like, a ton of progress sometimes in whatever you're doing, and people want to see, like, you know, how far in you are sometimes. So yeah, at times it can be a bit iffy, and that's why sometimes, you know, games like that would have been frustrating at the time, was because, like, I had that type of mindset of wanting to, like, or that mindset of having to make progress, like, oh yeah, if I don't make any progress today, like, yeah, it's gonna be boring. Which, you know, as was pointed out to me, isn't necessarily true. Because people just, well, enjoy creators, they like doing things, typically. You know, I'd hope y'all, like, watch me do things sometimes, but yeah. So yeah, overall, I do feel like I have to, like, you know, when it comes to, like, just games generally, just, like, have a bit of a different mindset, you know? In that fun should just be the main goal, and, like, progress, like, while it could be welcome that, you know, I'll try to, it shouldn't be the main goal of whatever I'm making, because, like, anything that I'm doing, when it's in all technicality, is, well, content, right? So well, I think I'm gonna leave. It's wave 11, and yeah, I'm looking to head out, so yeah. But anyway, hey there, welcome Shadow. Amazing to see you, by the way. But yeah, I did watch it. I did see people playing the new PTB. The new killer in DVD is horrifying. At least, like, the Mori and stuff is horrifying, but, like, for the most part, when it comes to her, she doesn't feel that bad. Or she doesn't, well, what I say feel like, if I've played, I haven't played her yet, but she doesn't look that bad, you know? Yeah, it's the first time, it's a very unique killer in that, you know, she can separate from her yeah, that shit was, I was just like, what in the world is this? And it's almost, like, kind of scary that she looks exactly like a survivor. So I really do feel like this feeds the idea that eventually we may likely see a killer that can imitate survivors. Even the lobby animations make me sick. In brackets. In a good way. In a good, horrifying way. Alright, if they do, I ain't trusting no one. Well, that killer won't be effective against particular things, because like you have to remember, Dead by Daylight is played one of two ways. It's either you're playing solo queue or you're playing in a Swift. If you're playing in a Swift, like you'll be able to call out the killer if you'll know where you are, right? So in that type of scenario, well, the killer is kind of screwed. But if you're playing solo queue, then maybe it could be effective. But just based on that formula itself, I don't know if we'll ever get a true like killer that can imitate survivors. The unknown does just a tad with like its voice lines, but you know, you can obviously tell that that's not a person. I'm gonna go ahead and dip. I'm gonna help out some other people. Have a good night. Well, you're leaving already? Alright, well, yeah, thanks for playing with me for a bit. If you want, you could still stick around in the stream. I may just, like, be showing... Hey bro, help me repair this gen. Last thing you hear before you get hooked. Yeah. But okay, I do want to show you something, you know, since you're showing off your titanium build earlier. I got the real titanium. I got the... Yeah, give me 1 minute, right? As you can see, I got prime titanium. Ignore the colors on this one. This is just like my cool pride colors titanium, but boom, this is my premium titanium fashion frame. Nobody has ever made a fashion frame like this. This is my own unique fashion frame. And as you can see, there is this, which I'm only missing one tau forged. Like everything else is tau forged. So yes, I am what I like to consider myself, a fashion frame artist. So self-proclaimed. I have no degree in fashion framing, but I think I'm pretty good at it. Maybe, you know. But how do I get that new sniper rifle though? Is there any way that I think of mine? Alright, let's see. So it's red, gold, and gray. It doesn't look bad, you know? It's good, but the add-ons that you did use on him are good. They do suit him. Like, the goals, they could have been, like, way more unique than you think. Especially for this frame, like, if you use particular, like, a rose golds in some areas, like, this could actually, like, this could be a good idea right here. I'll keep that in mind for a different fashion frame. Faded gold. Not faded necessarily. It could have been like a rose or even a completely different color from like regular gold. Could use like a bronze or something with the right color scheme. So because my most recent fashion frame was this Baruch fashion frame, which it was just meant to just be like, and it actually worked way too well. It's very out there and very unique, but I'm very happy with it because I know like this is like 1 in 100. Like, how many Baruch havers are gonna make this exact fashion frame? You know what I mean? Like, see, I just go for the most unique I can make a fashion frame. So yeah. Did I make one for Valkyr? Hmm. I don't believe I did. I actually need to get Valkyr Prime eventually because I don't own Valkyr. I mean that one. Oh yeah, because I was like, I don't remember making this fashion frame. But yeah. It does look pretty nice though. Let me see that Volban Prime. This kind of gold question mark. Let's see. Yeah, it can work. It's more weathered gold. I feel like it works for this specifically because like you're going for like a more mechanical appearance, you know? I mean, I like it though. I like it. I didn't know that you made me a fashion frame. That's why I was like surprised. I was like, huh? But you know what? I'll give it a try. Why not? Oh gosh. I'm sneezing. Oh no. If I ever run into you in DVD, I'll be like, fuck. Well, and to me, I'm not that good at killer. Come on. Come on. I'm not that good. And so the thirst begins, eh boy. Okay, let's see what we can run on Valkyrie that will like make this design look good. So first and foremost, if we're fashion framing, let's look at some like unique colors, you know? I got the peaches. Let's look at like a sand or like a orange. Ooh, that actually looks really, really good. Bless you. Thank you. We're not doing this today. Even the devs were thirsty in TennoCon. Well, a royal purple could work. Nah, we want like a lilac, right? This actually might be a bit of a challenge. Does anything work with her though? Let's see, is there anything over here? Ooh, wait a minute, we may be onto something here. So let's use a very faded yellow for that. No, for the main color. We want something that will not... that won't be too low, but won't, like, you know, look very basic. So I think we can go for a more maroon color. As for the, like, attachments, I would want to go really, really bright. Because that's supposed to be, like, something that kind of pulls your attention. So go with a bit of the cherub. As for this, the highlights, since we're going like darker, we have to go brighter with the highlights. So that's usually a rule of thumb for me, at least if I'm trying to make a fashion frame. If I'm going lighter, I'll go brighter with the highlights, you know? Like, the silver doesn't look bad, you know? I'll put it as like a placeholder for now, you know? Like, I won't like... Ooh. Hold on. Ooh, that actually looks amazing. Like, I like how that, like, kind of... Yeah, the way that contrasts, it actually looks great. Like, no joke, it really does. As for the secondary, I'm not sure what we can do for secondary. I think we'll go with a green then. As for the energy color, which I think will determine like the skin color, I think we'll go... I don't know, you know, that... None feels a bit too bright. This could work, but I'm not sure. Okay, if I'm gonna do that though, I need to like definitely brighten up on these because yeah, these need to I want these to like look like, I want it to like really make it look interesting. I'm waiting for stream to get back online, be like, oh boy. Let me chat. Sorry for the slight delay. Yeah, there was a slight hitch in the stream. Sorry about that, but yeah. Stream's back, yeah. Sorry about that, chat. Well, I was just like talking to myself and just like weighing what colors would look good, so. Now for this, we can actually like way brighter, since like yeah. And now on the energy is fine, but I think it's the accents. Like, if we can find the perfect accents for to accentuate like this is gonna be like one of my best fashion frames, maybe. I do like the red highlights, but it just feels a bit too simple, I guess. You know, like. Right. You know what, let's get some attachments on her and just see how they look and see what we can do, you know, like. Cause I feel like if I like dwell on it for too long, like it's gonna like make me start like second guessing myself and second guessing what I'm trying to do, which wouldn't be great. So let's look through some of these shoulder guards and see if there's any decent ones that I would think would fit her. They're not bad, but like I don't feel like they fit her, you know, like. Because this is the thing whenever I'm making fashion frames, like I look for things that will fit the character I'm making a fashion frame for. Is it expensive? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty damn expensive. But like, it feels really worth it when everything just kind of comes together in a way that you like it, so I don't mind like spending a bit extra for like some cool shoulder guards or something if I know it's gonna make a frame look better. But honestly though, like, I'm just not seeing anything that really like. Alright. Those were kind of interesting. Ooh, those though, I want to get these. I actually want to get these. But it's 50 platinum though. It's so expensive. I caved, chat. I caved. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I just know it'll look good. Trust in the process. Trust. It's going to look good. If it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. Because I just wasted 50 platinum. But, let's see. So, as for chests... how would this look? Doesn't look good. I think I'll just not put any chest armor on her. I just don't think it'll look good. As for the legs, looking at the shape and size, we don't really want anything for like the edge. We may want like something that sticks out a bit, but nothing that's crazy, you know? That's really, really simple, but I actually like how simplistic it is, because it doesn't look too busy. Because often what tends to happen is you'll have people who make fashion frames, but it just gets way too busy and it just, you know... I don't really care for those. Those can stay. When you're building a fashion frame, like, I try to keep my fashion frames both simple but also kind of complex. What's this? Why does this just look like the spinneret ephemera though? I wouldn't buy that because that just basically looks like the spinneret ephemera. Ooh, no, that's actually kind of cool. I don't know, chat, I don't know. I don't think I won that one. That one just looks weird, honestly. So we'll just leave that be. Anyway, hey, your average Lego man. I see you, by the way. Hope you're doing well. As for Signias, let's see which one will look best on her. That one actually does fit pretty damn well. I'm not gonna lie. But I do wonder if it takes a bit too much away from, like, the main focus, which is her face. Ooh. Ooh. Well, her Signia does look the best. So, yeah, let's copy the main colors. Well, chat, the fashion frame is complete. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think it looks? I put a lot of effort and I put a lot of thought into this, so I do hope that you would think it looks good, because I'm actually kind of proud of it. I'm really proud of this, actually. Typically, I don't tend to use reds anymore, but for her specifically, I do feel like it does look pretty good. 11 out of 10. I do love the one that you made as well. I really do like this one, so... Absolute fashion. Hey, hey there, Bear Games. Nice to see you, by the way. Hope you're doing well. But now we have two spectrums. We have, like, a more, like, pink and black aesthetic, and pink, gray, and purple aesthetic, but I can also feel like, I wonder what would be a good color scheme to use, because I want to make her a third fashion frame. Not familiar with Warframe fashion, so I can't judge. It's fair. But the idea is, does it look unique? Because, alright, let me go to the main global chat and I can show you what, like, typical fashion frames look like. Yeah, we'll just wait until people post their frames, because typically people do show off their fashion here, but, like, if we look at people's fashions, we can see, like, how their frames look. In some cases, some people have just, like, one color frames that are, well, just one color. Like, okay, well, someone just did the work for me. They posted their fashion frame. So yeah, this, it's interesting. Yeah, it just uses like very, as you can see, flat colors. So they're going for very like dark. But because it's very dark, the only contrast is in the accents for the most part. There's like, you can see like a deep red, and you can see like they have like a deep desaturated blue and what looks like a brown essentially as well. But yeah, the only place where you really get the that really pops out is the highlights and the ephemera. And typically a lot of people just go with like very easy color schemes. Like you'll see like a lot of like black and red and so on and so forth. So let me head over to the really in Earth, and we can actually see some people in their fashion frames because people just like chill around and just like show what their fashion frames they've made. So we can go stalk some people over on over on Cetus. Actually, no, we wouldn't stalk people on Cetus. We'll go to the, I want to say, the relay, but the relay isn't available. Oh gosh. Is there really on Earth? It doesn't look like it's up right now. That's extremely, nah. Oh yeah, the Strata relay, we can head over there, but nah, you don't really see people's fashion frame that good on Strata relay, so. Is there a relay over here? I don't. Ooh, Mirror's Bazaar, yeah. Best relay. I like yours. It looks fancy, like an empress in China or something. Not sure why I get that vibe. I mean, yeah, because like, but yeah, that's the thing though. That's what I kind of go for, because I go for like very unique, right? Not just something that just like it looks unique, like, oh, nobody's gonna rock that, because like who's going to just wear an all green frame? But like I try like find like very, I guess you can say, colors that don't really clash extremely, right? Because like typically speaking, when it comes down to it, a lot of colors may clash very badly, and people will use it because like it just looks very loud, but then that can be kind of hard to look at if you're just trying to like just like appreciate a frame. So we're here at the relay, so let's see what we have here. Waiting for the people to load in, because yeah, it does take a bit for people at the relay to load in, so we may be here for a while. So yeah, we have a Trinity Prime. This is a fashion frame. As you can see, the problem is there's too many bright colors. I'll just follow them around specifically. But yeah, you see they have like green, yellow, and red. And only like one dark black. So it doesn't really look the best. And I'll cut that person some slack. Maybe they aren't accustomed to like fashion framing, but I'm just gonna follow them around. Yes. I mean, as you can see, yeah, the looks like a tree law. I mean, maybe that's the vibe they're going for, but like on a fashion frame level, like that's it. This is what I was talking about. This isn't a bad fashion frame necessarily, but it's just white and gold, right? So it's not really extremely interesting. It's just two colors, because there's a lot of fashion frames like that that's only just two colors, white and gold, red and black, blue and red. So like this one isn't bad necessarily. They did keep like gold highlights, which isn't bad. They do have like a purple black aesthetic, which is pretty good. I'll give it to them. White, gold, and black. Blue and gold. What's that? That's just the default black and brown for him. And then you have, that's brown and black. And then you have red, black, and gold, red, white, and gold, red, white, and black, mainly silver, brown, and I want to say gray. So mainly gray and brown for the most part. This is the default, I think, for what's his name? Revenant. It's just like white and gold, so pretty basic. This one is the most unique one that I've seen so far out of all that I've seen. But it's also kind of busy. And they disappeared. This is another one. It just looks... What am I looking at? Is that aquamarine on red? Okay. This is black and blue, which isn't a bad combo, but like it isn't extremely like unique really. And keep in mind, I'm not trying to offend or like, you know, I'm not trying to roast these people here. Just let me make that absolutely clear, chat. I'm not trying to roast people's taste in fashion. It's just that, yeah, typically people don't put as much effort as they can into making like really cool, unique frames. Because I haven't seen a single frame here that uses this color scheme yet. I'd be surprised if I could. So, so yeah, the most common. So yeah, those are the most color common scheme. Oh, either like it's mostly the same colors, or like it's some variation of black and blue, black and this is exactly what I was talking about, by the way, black and red. This is pretty common. I don't know, Warframe has such a big fashion scene. I mean, yeah, well, that's the thing that you do when it comes down to the end of the game, right? Like, there's nothing much to do. Because, like, after a certain point, like, MR doesn't matter. Yep, I see Shadow the Hedgehog there. Yep, this is Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, okay, this is Titania Prime, by the way, okay? I have a fashion frame for this exact frame. And I'm gonna head back to my orbiter and I'm gonna show you some of my fashion frames. So now that you have a reference point, so we've seen like how some of the fashion frames are, I think now you'll start to understand why I take it, I won't say I take it seriously, but I'm so passionate about it, right? Because I want to make frames that when you see my frames, you can be like, wait a minute, that frame looks really good actually. Like, that's my ultimate goal when it comes down to fashion frame. It's just about making things that just look unique, they look really cool, they look really nice. And I won't gatekeep my fashion frames necessarily, like or say, you can't necessarily copy my colors. You can if you want, but yeah, I believe it. We love good fashion in games. Well, I'll show you. You can be the judge, alright? So I'll show chat my best fashion frames and my best works that I've done personally so far. So as you know, there's this fashion frame that I just finished here. But I'll show you another fashion frame that I worked on for a different frame. So one fashion that I worked on was for Baruch, which is actually a really, really fun frame that I love playing. And this was a fashion frame I made for him. It's very weird, but I love it. It does use like some of those darker things, but I don't use black. I use like blue and purple. Like, it looks very weird, but I don't know, I just like kind of came to love how like the golds contrasted with the purples and the blues, and like the aquamarine made it especially pop. So it was one of my this is one of my favorite recent ones that I've done. Looks regal. Alright. The next one that I worked on that I especially liked working on was actually the one I did for what's her name? Saren, which was my first major fashion frame. I wanted to make her look like the most poisonous plant you can touch, because often when it comes to nature and stuff like that, the most poisonous plants and or animals are the most brightly colored ones. That's why I don't want to touch them. So yeah, that was kind of the idea coming into this fashion frame, and like I could have gone with a lot of different directions, but like when I saw like the sheen and how it worked, and like there was a little overlap between the aquamarine and the top, which you could sheen in a different color. I was like, that would look so good together, and like, yeah, it looks great. I love this so much. My first thought was orchid, and that was the idea behind this fashion frame, so it was just like, you know, it just came to me like in the moment when I was working on it, so. Now, when it comes to Nova, she looks like a very imperial character, and like, I want to go like way brighter with her. Probably wasn't the best idea, but like, I wanted something that was lighter colored, and I wanted to let the highlights be the accentuation for the frame, right? So it's kind of like almost a reverse fashion frame in a sense, but it really, really does work, and I really love how this one came out, because it ended up looking way better than I expected. Because typically you want to go dark on main and light on the rest, but this, I kind of did the inverse when it came to this one. I went light on main and kind of dark desaturated on the rest. So it was just a very like heat of the moment decision, but it kind of worked out, and I like that frame. And then there was this one, which is actually a really good build. This was my first time like I really tried to incorporate like a more... Oh, didn't I make a fashion for Protea? You did actually, I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah, this was the first time I'd incorporated green into my fashion frame. And the idea was like, she has like these glass shards on the skin, so I wanted the glass to be like translucent, and a dark red was better. And then you had like the sand color, and then you had the green. And like, it actually worked out really well. I like this one, the green is nice. Yeah, well, I'm just showing off my fashion frame collection at this point. But yeah. Yeah. And then another one that I worked on that I was really happy about was this one, which, funny enough, this was okay. So this one specifically, there's a bit of backstory. So I made this one at the time when I was playing just the base Monster Hunter Sunbreak. This was before Malzeno was put in the game, right? So I made this before Malzeno was put into the game. So imagine my surprise when Malzeno was added to the game. With the exact same color scheme. So yeah, I kind of made this one, and it was very simple, just like a two-tone, but like I really did like this one. It was just like I shot in the dark, and I was just like, oh, this looks kind of cool, and I don't know, it's just kind of a funny story that to think that Malzeno came to the game with the exact same color scheme. Okay, another frame that I did that I was really, really happy with was, I think it was Citrine. Now, I made a couple revisions of Citrine because like I just couldn't figure out what I liked more. So this one, I went with like a more of a diamond geode aesthetic, right? Like, it's like different parts of it are open, and you can see like the crystals inside. So I was like, I want to go for a more diamond aesthetic, you know? So that was the idea going into this one, but then I made a revision where I was like, you know what if I made her more brightly colored? And then I made this one with, which is like even more brightly colored. And as you can see, there's more of like, I'm not sure what gem you'd consider this, but there's a gem that's like very pink. I forget what's the name of it, but like when I saw it, I was like, oh, that looks so damn cool. And I think I also made a third revision as well, which was this, which was like a more emerald aesthetic. So yeah, between these three, I really cannot choose. Spinel, yeah, Spinel. I'm pretty sure it was Spinel, yeah. Rose quartz, could be rose quartz as well, you know. So yeah, between these three, I really can't choose which one I like more because each one has like, it feels like its own personality and has its own like aesthetic to it. Like this is like a more like cool, calm aesthetic. This one's like much more bright and in your face with like the spinel geode inside. And then there's this one which is bright but it's also like really simple, so you can choose which one you think looks the best out of the three. I think they all look great. And yeah, I'm really proud of them. I love gemstones and these are very cool. Yeah, I like gemstones as well. Gemstones are very interesting. And I'm actually looking forward to watching an anime that is airing right now, Introduction to Mineralogy, which shows the different like different ores and all that kind of stuff, because like it's very reminiscent. Like it's not the same as Land of the Lustrous, but it really reminded me of like the whole like hardness scale and all that thing, all those types of things you saw when it came to Land of the Lustrous. Like it was really cool, and I'm so sad Land of the Lustrous did not get a second season. If any show comes back, I hope it's Land of the Lustrous. Like please, please, like the first season was so good. I want more. Like so yeah, that's my citrine fashion frames. Now Land of the Lustrous is just anime Steven Universe. Nah. We can't be doing that. And not necessarily though, because like Steven Universe is a very good show and I love Steven Universe and I love Land of the Lustrous, but comparing Land of the Lustrous to Steven Universe, that is just criminal, honestly. Like that's not fair. Land of the Lustrous tells a very, very different story from Steven Universe, like very, and it's very dark in certain places, like because people do die in all technicality and their bodies are used. So I mean, I mean, in a sense, that kind of happened in Steven Universe, but like, it's way, way darker in Land of the Lustrous. I know. I was just joking because they're all rocks and minerals. I mean, if you look at it from that perspective, sure. Okay, on to the continuation of the tour. We have my Dante fashion frame, which was very simplistic. I didn't make anything like extremely like great for him. I just like went for a very simple gradient, white to like a kind of peach, with like very light rose highlights. It wasn't anything like extreme because like I feel like this skin was very hard to make like something very intricate for. So when he does get a signature skin, I will come back to him. But for the time being, I'll just leave him as simplistic as possible. That looks good. As for Dagoth, I actually like this one. It was just like a cool aesthetic I went for. I won't say it's the best of the ones that I've made, but I like it. If we go for B, I think, yeah, there was B. I made this one, which from A isn't as bright and is like much more muted and much more quiet. So yeah, this one is like very good. I like this one a lot. So right, on to the next fashion frame. Giving dragon for some reason. Yeah. Hanna, yeah. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Okay. I can be real or I can be fake. Which one would you prefer? I can be very honest with you about what that is, but I don't think you want to know. Okay. So Chad, if you are not willing to hear about something that will likely stick in your mind for the rest of the life, mute the stream for a second, look away, click off, come back in like 5 minutes while I explain this. So yeah, you have been warned. So, Big D Randy. So, Big Dick Randy is a series of songs that was released by a creator on YouTube, and it chronicles that Randy is, or Big Dick Randy is essentially a character that comes only on Halloween, and he will take your ass and your candy. Like, he'll just rip that shit off, like, real talk. And the only way to escape from him is to moan out his name. Yeah, like he fully rips it off. You mean yeah, I mean yes. And I'm gonna send you a meme, by the way, Shadow. It's very funny, and it's actually a verse from that song. Because in the first song, Randy dresses up like a grandma, but in the second one, he says next year he isn't coming in no granny costume because it's hard to run in, and he's coming in a tracksuit. And we really go and get the fun in. No, man. I mean, you wanted to know, so I was just honest. Shadow left. Shadow left. Shadow left. It's that, yeah. It's that song. He left, I mean, to be fair, you did ask, and I did try to give you a disclaimer, right? I'm stupid. I mean, to be fair, I just answered what you asked. Ugh. Oh man, but yeah. Can I find that reel that I sent you though? Like real talk. I'm not sure something. Yeah. It sure indeed is. Definitely one of the things of all time. That's funny because my Erica does say that in reaction to some stuff. So yeah, that makes it even funnier. So when he means he's coming for the ass, yeah, it means he's coming to take it off. Like he's just gonna, like you know that joke in SpongeBob when like you know. And more like pop it off like a Lego, you know, like he wants to keep it in prestige condition. Okay, well now you know for next time, anytime you want to have an inquiry and I bust out laughing, yeah. Well, Randy don't care. It don't matter if you thick, thin, in between. Anything goes when it comes to Randy. uh... Damn. It looks like the video got taken down. Oh no. Oh, that meme is still up. Ooh. I'm gonna send that to Erica actually. Yeah, Randy pulls up. Oh, we're. Yeah. Yeah. See, he truly believes in communism. Ooh, that's that one meme. I'm happy that I found that again. I should probably send Michael that meme. That'd be funny. It's the grandpa. Oh, that shit's funny. I'm trying to find this damn thing, but I can't find it. Like, it's actually, like, impossible to find. Yes, it's buried in the millions of reels I've sent. Either that, or it's probably been, like, taken out or taken down by the original poster, so... Okay, yo, Shadow, I sent you something on Instagram. It's a verse. Yeah, I sent you a verse from the song. So now you'll understand the context when you watch the meme now. So now with that newfound knowledge, you can now really appreciate the meme. Anyway, let me continue showing off my fashion frame collection in the meme. Alright, listen, okay? Do not pay attention to Gauss. I didn't fashion frame regular Gauss, really. I only fashion framed my Gauss Prime. So, listen, I know how this looks, but trust me. Alright, there you go. No. Yeah, this was the fashion frame I came up for Gauss Prime. I'm really happy with this fashion frame. It looks very interesting. This was the first time I tried to incorporate a more yellow undertone in a fashion frame. I did use a brighter green and purple highlights, which really did work together in my opinion, so it is a good fashion frame. I don't think I made another fashion frame from though. I only made the one. Yeah, it was only the one, but yeah. It does look really cool though. So on to the next fashion frame we have is Grendel Prime. He's a very simple one, and I want to keep him as simple as possible because he does have very big areas of just where there's not much that you can do. So I went a more cool color, so I went with a pink. This is a brown, very dark brown. This is a, I want to say, maroon, or I'm not sure what that is. And then went for white. So it was just very simple. Wasn't extremely complicated, but it just looks really good, so I just kept it, really. Now we're gonna get on to the good ones. The first one I made. This is Frost Prime. I'm very happy with this one because even though he uses very simple colors, they just work very efficiently. How the trim looks on his coat, his overcoat, with the purple and the sand, it just really looks good. And then you have the purple highlights, and then you have his attachments, which really do fit his shape, which is what I was going for when it came down to this fashion frame. So yeah, overall, I was very proud of this fashion frame, and it turned out really well. So I like this one. It's very simple, but really effective at the same time. And definitely is one of my darker palettes, but for having a darker palette, I'm really happy with this. Now I'm gonna show off my best work. Are you prepared, Michael? It's not this one, by the way. It's the next one. This one is just my Pride Colors one. Art thou ready? Because if you're standing up, sit down. Because yeah, you're gonna be sitting regardless. So if you're a fan of Gundam, right, and that type of stuff, the idea behind it was this was for true fashion. Alright, that. This was heavily inspired by Gundam. And this is one of my favorite fashion frames that I've done. I think she's still my best fashion frame. Because her colors are not extremely complex, they're very light, but they just work so well. Because the funny thing is, for the energy, I didn't. Oh, epic, yeah. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. She was based off of, because, I remember I was watching, some anime at the time, and I was also, getting, recommendations from, Pacific Rim and stuff, and I was like, what if I tried to make a Warframe look like a Gundam? Or, a mech, and that was the idea behind it, and she turned out really well. I'm really happy with how she turned out, honestly. Like, I didn't expect this, so this was one of my favorites. This was one of my favorites, and I love revisiting some of my fashion frame and seeing like how like, you know, I've gotten better at making fashion frames over the years. So yeah, always a pleasure to visit this frame. Plus, Titania is also one of my favorite frames, if you didn't know. On to the next fashion frame. Was actually this one for Zephyr, which also was based off of a very interesting color scheme because they're very robotic. And this is a custom skin, and I just love the way it looked. And I still like the way this looks. I should play Zephyr more. But yeah. This was the color scheme I went with. It's a red, a gray, and I guess you can say like a more desaturated gold with silver. And the purple inlay just ties it all together. Like, so yeah. So, this was one of my very early fashion frames, and I'm still very proud of it, honestly. Like, I'm very proud of it. And that's the thing about these fashion frames. I'm just happy I get to just, like, show chat how I've learned how to make fashion frames. This is the latest frame. This is Ureli Prime. I just wanted something simple on her. I can try to give her a bit of a different aesthetic on tonight's stream, maybe, but... Let's try to make a fashion frame here. So first things first. I could go two-tone, you know, but like, I don't know. Let's see what I can make. Let's just see, you know, let's investigate. Oh, I love that already. Ooh, that actually looks... Hold on, let me think. Ooh, that actually looks sick. Hold on, let me switch this to then a lighter color then, since like we're gonna be going darker. Let me go for smoke. I can go pure white here, but I want to go like a more ash. I don't want it to be pure white, you know, like, let's have a bit of gray. No. It's too early. It's too early. Hold on. Let's head over to here, actually. Would a rose gold look good on you, really? I don't know. We need, like, a much more desaturated color. I don't know. Like, I like it, but something just doesn't quite feel right. You know, like... You know, and like, you can feel it in, like, in the back left corner of your intestine that, you know, something doesn't sit right. That's how I feel like. There's just something missing. I just can't put my left retina on it yet. So we'll see what we can find though. We'll see. We need a more blue. A more. Nah, it doesn't work though. You don't even have chest here. Okay. I like the deep blue teals, maybe dark teal, yeah. I'm thinking of a teal, you know. Ooh, okay, that's more of like an aquamarine. Wait a minute, I have an idea. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold it. Hold it. Wait a minute. That doesn't quite do it though. We've basically done it. We've basically done the fashion frame. Like that. This is the fastest record fashion frame I've done. Like real talk. And this is record pace. Wow. That looks amazing. I'm really happy with this, honestly, like, cause like you can see like the tracks of blue in her, and I really like contrast well against like the darker colors. Like I really like how that contrasts. The blue is what really pulls your attention. Make sure you have like the white or the kind of grayish areas here, and like the purples. Like this contrast between like the gold and the, as you can see, the more lavender color. Like, oh, that looks so good. Oh, I love that. I love the pearlescent too, like that. Here I'm geeking out over colors. I hope you don't mind this chat. Sorry if it's boring, but yeah. I just really like fashion frame. All right, don't judge me. I just like cool things. Do we need to give her shoulder guard? I might honestly. Keep with like the kind of ribbony and flowing aesthetic. I might. I just might. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that. Look. It looks so cool. Alright. Anyway, let's see. What are we gonna put on her feet though? That is the question. And the answer is, I don't know. We can either put that on, or I think we can put on like the kind of like ribbons actually that I bought. Wait, can we actually put that on her? We can. Oh, that's so cool. This was the best purchase I've ever made, I swear. These like leg ribbons, like they go so well with her actually. They actually like, fit her design really well. Like if I didn't know that that wasn't part of her, I'd just think it's just how she looks. Right, sorry about that. As for femmes, we can. That's a bit too busy. I don't like. Yeah, it's just a tad too busy. Let's head for this waveform. Very simple, but I like it. And bless you. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. I appreciate it. It helps when I sneeze. I like how that looks, but I just don't like the dangly bit on the top. That's because it's like clipping. That's the only reason, but like this looks great. It's just the clipping isn't great. So instead, we need to look for another more basic one that doesn't have the clipping. So you can go for like this, but that's too far back. That's a new problem. We want one that like complements the head but doesn't clip too much, you know? I like that one, but it clips a lot. Like you can see the clipping, but it does look like it matches. That's the thing, right? Like I actually feel like the clipping does help it feel like part of her head, so she looks so cool. Yeah, just ignore me, chat. I'm just having fun, you know, making fashion frame. I'm a simple. Well, chat. Would you all like to meet Susan and see what she looks like? She's a pretty nice person, right? Let's see this Rhino Prime look. Let's see what. No, we missed the Rhino Prime look. No. Alright, let's see. Ash Prime. Let's see what they did. Did they? It doesn't look bad. Like, chat, like, what looks better, this or this? All right, I'm kidding. Yeah, this is Susan, by the way. Hope you like Susan. You know, she's very friendly. You know, she likes pets, and she helps me out with my frames. So yeah, that's Susan. Yeah, let's get a high in chat for Susan. We had hearts. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for the appearance, Susan. Don't worry. Yeah, pet. Alright. Well, alright. Well, Susan, I'll see you later. I'm heading out. I need to go on an expedition to get more, stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I'm really happy with this new fashion frame that I've made for Ureli, so yeah. This is now my new favorite Ureli fashion frame. First one is good, but this one is really good, though, so. We'll definitely make more for Ureli in future. Now, as for the next few frames, they won't be anything like too crazy. But there are some very consistent ones that I like a lot in these last few, so I hope that you will like some of these as well. This was my initial Corvex fashion frame, which was funny because I went with this color scheme, and funny enough, I had never heard of Warhammer 40k, and apparently in Warhammer there is a faction called the Tyranids that actually have this exact color scheme, and I didn't know that. When I had initially got Corvex, I just like found this and I really enjoyed this color scheme on him, and I thought like, damn, this looks really good. So this was the fashion I made for him. So overall, pretty good fashion. Pretty good. And there was one I made for Comey, which was this one. I think I did make it. Oh yeah, I plagiarized now. It's fine. As I said, I don't gatekeep my frames. If you want to copy my ideas, it's fine. I don't mind. You know what they say? It makes me flattered that anybody thinks my frames are so good that they want to have something similar. It's honestly so. And this was my initial Banshee fashion frame, which was just meant to be a very simple fashion frame, but it turned out well. Because like the thing about fashion framing is it needs to work on the frame. Because like Banshee, she's not very easy to fashion frame, mainly because her default or their default skin doesn't have much in terms of like what you can do. Or in terms of layers, so there wasn't much that could have been done, but for what I had, I think I did pretty well, you know? Pretty well. There was my Hydroid fashion frame, which was also pretty cool. he's very dark aesthetically, but like his highlights are what redeems him, right? Like that was the idea. I want to go very dark on the frame itself and like make something really cool. And I think he turned out really, really well, especially given that like at this point, like when I made this fashion frame, I remember I was like kind of reluctant because like I actually almost completely scrapped this idea. Just based on the fact that a lot of people do use red and black. And like it is very used, but like I feel like red and black can still work. It needs to be, you need to add something more to it. It can't just be red and black. There needs to be like a bit of like sand in there. There needs to be a bit of aquamarine. There needs to be a bit of yellow. So I feel like he really did surpass my expectations. So I was very proud of this particular fashion frame. The next one I worked on was, I think, Ember? This one was just like one that was just meant to be very bright. This was meant to be like extremely fashionable. But the second one, I believe, was my attempt at a fashion frame. Was it the third one? Because this one's also just very bright. Yeah, this was the attempt at fashion. And I really like how this turned out. Like this turned out really well. This was like the real attempt because like it has the purples, it has this grays, it has just everything that you'd like. And that's my favorite color. Or rather, it has two of my favorite colors. It has pink and purple. But yeah, that you can get poses and you can use certain animations from other frames on a particular frame. And I thought, like, given how she looked, this pose would have worked really well for her specifically. So, yeah, it worked pretty well, and I'm very proud of it. So, yeah. So yes, this is my best Ember fashion. As for Umbra, did I ever make a fashion frame for Umbra? I don't remember. I haven't. Well, yeah, this is the base colors for Umbra. I didn't really make a fashion frame because I want to get a particular Excalibur skin before I make a proper fashion frame, so. And this is the first one I show that reminded me of Optimus Prime. That's kind of funny, actually. This is not my Equinox fashion frame, I promise. Chat, listen, I can explain. This is for real fashion frame. Like, it's very interesting. But yeah. So I made this like... Yeah, I was really happy with how this one turned out. It was like the Equinox skin that I thought looked the best. And yeah, I just made this particular fashion frame. Because she was just kind of weird, you know? Very sleek, yeah. Yeah, and that's why I went with like more simple colors, because she's just sleek. So I went with like a rose gold, a gray, and like a very like sand color, and yeah, it just looked really, really cool. So very fun fashion frame, not gonna lie. She does have this skin. Let me see this skin. Hold on. It looks alright, but it doesn't look as like intricate, so I don't like it as much, but yeah. Yeah, Equinox Prime, a very fun frame. Very fun, very fun. I don't play Equinox much. I should play Equinox more though. I'm just gonna go to the shop. I want to see if there's any skins on sale that I would like to buy. Let me go see. Yeah, there's a Rhino heirloom. But I don't really use rhino that much though, so like it just feels like a waste to get rhino heirloom. Yeah, let's search up the skins and see what we could find. If we can find anything like particularly interesting that I'd like to buy. Oh yeah, the human skins. Right. And it's cool, but it's late for me. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching, Michael. You definitely go get some sleep, alright? But thank you for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed me going through some of my fashion frames I've made throughout the years and, well, months. Yeah. Yeah, it's always just fun just showing, like, the journey, I guess, and how things change. It's always fun. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. It really does mean a lot. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just very passionate about it because I don't know. I just love fashion frame. It's just one of those things that, like, so many people can do it, and like you can do it so differently, and just like make so many different things. I don't know. I just really appreciate that, being able to do that, I guess. These are skins for Mirage. We don't have a human skin for Mirage yet. But I'm trying to remember who this skin is. Is this Cora? Because like she's in the same room as all the Cora skins, so I'd like to build. Oh, this is Nova. Oh. Should I get it, chat? I don't know. Like, I really want to get it. Because I do want to play Nova more. And it is a human skin that I can customize, you see. So, I don't know, chat. I don't know. I'm just having a lot of like, I hope I'm not getting sick, but like, there's just like a lot of mucus like just running down from my sinus into like my throat. Like I have to blow my nose occasionally, so it's like I really hope I'm not getting sick, but if I'm getting sick, I'm like, god damn it, why now? Like, it's always the most inopportune times, I swear. I bought it, chat. I know I probably shouldn't have bought it, but I bought it. Like, I couldn't help myself, chat. I couldn't. Yeah. Here are all the heirlooms. I basically have all the heirlooms so far. Or all the heirloom stuff. The only heirloom stuff I don't have is like the Rhino heirlooms stuff. And that's just specifically because like I don't play Rhino much, and like his heirloom does look good, don't get me wrong, it's just I don't personally want it that much, you know? I don't want it that badly. You know, I want it, but I don't want it, you know, like... Yeah, there are the Tenogen skins, which are like... The ones that are tend to be more basic. The only exception to that is maybe this one, the Korra Miyabi skin, which is like one of my favorite because of the helmet. But then a lot of the skins aren't really nothing to write home about, but there are the deluxe skins, and these skins, yeah, these are the ones I like to get. We have a Navara skin. Ooh. I have to buy it. 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 I need it. I need it. I need it. I need. Oh, but I'm running so low on platinum though. I'm spending. Oh gosh. Oh, I feel bad for spending so much platinum actually. And there's a few more skins I want to buy, but I don't want to spend my platinum. Because maybe I'm overspending. I don't know. Like... And there's also like these chat like attachments as well, so I probably shouldn't get it actually. Some of them look so cool though. And there's even a citrine skin. Ah, god damn it. She looks cool. It's not fair. That's really expensive too. Oh boy. Yep. I do really like the way this Caliban skin works, I'm not gonna lie. It looks really cool. I love how it looks like a knight. I really want to get it, but I don't play Caliban that often, so it would just be for the fashion frame. Like, if I bought a chat, it's only for the fashion frame. Like, and I've wanted to get this skin for a while. This is the skin I was talking about and why I haven't fashion framed what's their name, Excalibur Umbra yet, because I want to put this skin on Umbra. You know, fuck it, I'll buy it. Fuck it. Ooh, fuck it, we ball. I'm down to 500 I've spent way too much platinum today. I've spent way too much. This is way too much platinum spent. I am firmly disappointed. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry I've disappointed you. I'm sorry. Now I can properly fashion frame them. So first and foremost, we're definitely gonna go darker on the skin. We're gonna go for a... I don't wanna go for lavender, we just use that. Let me pick a random color palette. I'm not looking at my screen. Alright, this is going to make my life much harder. I guess that could work. Yeah, sure, that could work. Yeah, as for this part, this is the part that I want to catch attention, but I don't want this to be like the main part about it, I guess. Like, I want it to be like attention pulling though, and that's the thing. Let's look into our reds and see what we can do. Like, more of a wine could work. But no, that just feels way too... You know what? Let's try a green. Crazy idea. This could completely backfire, and this is probably gonna not look the way I'd like it to. I mean, life is about taking risks. And if I'm unwilling to try, I'll never know how it will look. Ooh. Okay. No, this is what I want to like really pop, and I really want that focus to be on the highlights, you know? So need something like really bright, very loud, very attention grabbing that isn't like too far off of the main color palette, you know? I don't know that. I want something that can like kind of transition into the green though. So you see how the way like that red tapers off into green? I want something that like kind of does that same kind of effect. Something that will like taper off. Hold on. Yo, that actually... That actually looks really good. Like, I don't know how that looks so good. As for the beads, I want to go with like something like a more... I don't want to go for yellow. I want to go for I think a blue as well, because I don't want the beads to also be like a point of focus, you know? Like, not the main thing that you focus on, but like another focal point, if you will. And honestly, I don't think he needs much more than this, because like I feel like anything else is just too much, right? The skin, I feel like, has all the built-in fashion pieces you want. Like, you have like this like piece of something like hanging over your shoulder. So I really just don't feel like you need like anything more than that. Maybe the only thing I could change is like the default to make it like be a bit more bright. Maybe that's the only thing I think I would be willing to change, but like the rest of the color scheme I'm really happy with. We can send the Rhino heirloom for a bit and see what we can find. Is there anything like interesting in here, or... Nah. I do like the way that this kind of peach looks, honestly, on him, but the tone of it is what puts me off, I think. That's really dark, but I don't know. Like the skin, I'm in a weird position. Like I want something that's like not too dark, so I can show a little extra contrast here and there, but I don't want it too bright either. Because like these yellows and golds are just way too bright. But then the black, it just... I feel like the black could work, you know. If I'm gonna use a thing there, I need to change this color, like ASAP. Does the purple work with the green? I think it kinda does, you know. I want to say that it does, honestly. Like, it feels like it works. Maybe I could be completely wrong and it maybe probably doesn't even work, but I think it works out pretty well. As for the right arm, I don't really have anything like I feel like that can match up to that, so we'll just leave it as is. We won't try like match it. As for the legs, his legs do look interesting. I love how these streams always turn into fashion streams. Well, listen, I just enjoy fashion, right? Like, missions are fun, yeah, but I just enjoy fashion. It's easy to do. I can just like, you can see a bit into my mind and how my mind works. And yeah, it just, ooh, that looks really cool actually. You can just maybe get a bit of insight as to how like my brain kind of puts colors and stuff together. As for ephemeras, you know what we need in this game? Like a leaf fall ephemera. I like the peach blossoms, which I'll go with those for now, but one that's just like leaves, you know, like oh, that is the worst clipping I have ever seen. Oh no. That is not supposed to do that. Let's go with the regular insignia. But it clips his horns and I don't want it to clip on his horns. That's a thing. They put me in a tough spot here. And that just clips through his stuff right there. But actually, it's clipping, but the clipping works. Look at it. It it adds like this kind of weird texture to it. Like it adds like this extra protrusion. That actually looks really sick actually. Infinity Naked, nah, Warframe is the best dress-up game. I mean, I do want to play Infinity Naked eventually. I think it'll be fun to play. This is why I think I would like Infinity Naked, because I just like just doing cool stuff and just like fashion framing. It's just, I love fashion. I mean, never be a fashion designer, but I just like making fashion frame. So, yeah. Yes, I can be a fashion designer for intergalactic aliens. But ooh, my Urelli, I need to go. I need to no, not Geyer. Sorry. Yeah, Geyer is the one that I got a skin for. I actually want to go fashion framer real bad. Like, since I got that Geyer skin shot, like I want a fashion frame guy. So this was my original fashion frame, and I know it's very simple, but like the default Geyer skin is one of the hardest things to fashion frame, because like you don't get much wiggle room, right? So oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I should get rid of the big bow, to be fair, but like honestly, Sha, like honestly, this worked way better than I thought it would have. Like genuinely. Maybe I should keep the big bow. What do you think, Chad? Should I get rid of the bow or should I keep it? Big bow? Alright, bet. But yo, this shit looks so cool. Feels like this just like improves like. Oh yeah, Erica had made this one for me and I really love it, but actually I want to see how this looks on the other Geyer skin, because it works good on the default. Erica, you cooked. The fact that it's able to be transferred to a completely different frame and it works so good, like, oh my goodness, like, this is great. I love this Geyer skin. Oh my goodness, it's so good. See what I mean though, Erica, like, it's funny, you made this fashion frame on my account and like, you know, it was just really cool and I liked it a lot. And now that we're finally on like this, it works so well. Now that I have an official Geyer skin, and this one also may look well. Yeah, look at how good that looks. All of my fashion frames for Geyer just got so much better. Like, genuinely speaking, like, how does one skin just make a frame so much better? I don't get it. Ooh, I can do a spinny. Look, spinny. Spinny. Alright, sorry. Alright, I just get too excited sometimes. I know I get very excited about very little things, but yeah. It's just cool. I gotta do a twirl. Twirl! Hold on. Wrong button. Twirl! Alright. Hanna the adorable. Hey, shush, alright, I'm not an adorable baby. That's all. Yeah, and this is really cool though. Extremely cool. I think there were things for like attachments for, I'm not sure. I should have gotten those attachments though, so let me... It should have been an ephemera, right? No, not an ephemera, but like a... Maybe that's for this... No, I didn't buy it actually, now that I think about... Yeah, I was thinking about buying this actually. I am still kind of still considering buying it because like it is cool. And if I want to go for a more mechanical feel, it would work really well with her. I'm running low on platinum. I need platinum, I'm not gonna lie. I'm running really low on platinum. I've been spending too much for this fashion frame. Like... Yeah, when Gaia Prime comes out, like, I'm getting her first day, but... Oh, Deconstructor Prime, huh. Ooh, Burst Laser Prime. Ooh, I didn't even know that I had that. Wow. Fashion is unironically the best thing to spend platinum on, to be fair. Yeah, it is, but like you can also, once you have enough slots, that is. Yeah, you're not wrong. Because there's actually still things I kind of want to buy, and I'm trying to resist the urge to impulse buy them because they just look really cool. So I'll show you what I'm still thinking about buying, and I'm still debating, alright chat, but like there's this citrine skin that I really like here. There is the Caliban skin, which is pretty cool. Can make something really cool out of that probably. There is the Culvero skin, which this shit looks so damn cool. I love how it looks, and I want to make something like out of it, but like, because I did like playing Culvero, you know, but like, I'm not sure if I should buy it though. Like, I kind of want to get it though. Like, I really want to get it, if I'm being honest, but in Citrine, you have to do some missions with Citrine after you fashion her. I could, you know, like alright. And I've still been wanting this Valkyrie skin. Like, it's not the greatest skin ever, but I don't know, I just like the way it looks. I like the shape. So eventually I'd want to get this Valkyrie skin, but not today. There's just so many good skins, like, when it comes to the deluxe skins, like, they just all look good, alright? They just look great, honestly. The anchor arm skin, yeah, pretty much. Okay, I can likely get 3 more skins, alright chat? The options are the Citrine, Caliban, Karoma, Valkyrie, and Culvera. Yeah, Culvera. And the one where like he has all the knives like just sticking out of him, it just looks cool. Synax does look cool, but like I don't really plan on using Synax yet. I'm just like I have to work on them, so. Hurting myself. Alright, the last skin I'm buying tonight is Citrine and that's it. I'm not buying anything else. This last skin I'll buy. Last skin. Last one. Citrine, yeah. Ah, gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I spend so much, but I started this stream at 1,000 platinum. I have less than 100. Like, I have less than 200 platinum now. Like, I'm an addict. I'm shrimply an addict, I guess. Oh no. What have I become, chat? What have I become? I spent on things. I mean, yeah, I did spend on things I wanted, but at the same time, like, damn, I could have saved that platinum for weapons. It was well spent. I mean, yeah, I guess it was well spent, but. Ooh, no, she looks perfect. Drama queen. Drama queen. I'm just sad. Okay, now I have no platinum. What if I want to buy like Warframe slots or like just inventory slots generally? Now I have basically no platinum for it. But okay, let me go see the Valkyrie skin and see how that looks. Is it Valkyrie or I think it's Valkyrie. And this is a Valkyrie heirloom. And actually, let me see how this works. Oh, that looks great. That's better than I could have ever expected it to. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yours looks great on heirloom. You know what? I think I'll make a third fashion frame tonight. This one looks really great. I wonder how this will look on the other skin. Because it looks great on the heirloom, but I'm not sure if it'll look great on this. It actually doesn't look bad, actually. Even though it's made specifically for the heirloom. Not that one. Alright, let's make a Valkyrie skin here. I actually kind of like how that looks, you know, like, even though it's not like the helmet that comes with it, that actually looks really, really good. Let's write the main colors, like the inlay. I think for this one, both are very bright inlay, like... And then for the outer layer, we're gonna go with something a bit more refined. As for the arms, though, this is where we're gonna try to spice things up a bit. Go for a weird color. We're gonna go with more of a cream color, right? And for the highlights, we'll go great. It's a bit more of like a metal aesthetic, you know? As for our ephemera, we'll go something like maroon, and for our emissive color, which determines the colors of our fingernails, I'm gonna go for like this, and I wanna go for this. Like, yeah, she just looks dangerous. Like, it looks like if you touch her, yeah, you're gonna get, like, scratched badly. We should try, like, to use an orange or something. I don't know. The orange doesn't look bad, but it's just way too vibrant. Maybe if I had a much more desaturated orange, it could work. And then that just starts looking like sand again, right? Like... Or maybe a brown, actually. Brown and what would work? Brown and yellow, brown and blue? A more royal blue? Ooh. Ooh. Chat, is it bad to say actually like the way this looks? As for the chest, I don't think any any attachment necessarily is needed. Even that might work as maybe this one because like it has that like kind of dangly aesthetic, but and it's from the same collection, you know. But as for the right and left arm, I don't think we should put anything on either of the arms because they're good as is. They don't need anything on them. For the legs, though, we could maybe do something for legs. Let's see. And of course, these are from the same collection, so they would work really, really well with her. But I don't want. Well, I can't get that specific collection unless like I do something else. So yeah. So I still with like a bit of a sharper aesthetic, you know, like so it kind of matches up. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. All right. I got a leg in one hand and a. Are you serious? Are you fucking? Don't worry about it, Shadow. Don't worry about it. Maybe I use the signet too much, but it just looks so good. Like, and I'm so happy that this is a free signet that like all players can get. It just looks great. Yeah, I love my Valkyrie fashion frame. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, she looks great. I'm very proud of this fashion frame. I love it, I love it, I love it. Wait, let's go to Citrine, and I'll just like switch one of her existing fashion frames with the new thing. It's a it is indeed a reference. Ah, yes, that is true. Wow. Listen, no offense to the default citrine skin, but this makes this fashion pop so much more. Holy shit. Like, this looks so much better. Like, listen. I respect the default citrine skin, you know, it was like a very good default skin to get, and like it was really interesting for the record, but like this this makes this shit look so much better. Like I'm genuinely shocked. Like I'm actually wondering, is this the same fashion frame? Because it did look good on Citra, and I love what I did with the like whole geo thing. But like, it wasn't looking like this. You know what I mean? Like, and for some reason, chat is taking forever to load. Let me reload the page again. No, let me play a match of this actually makes me want to play like I think a Citrine and let's see what people. Well, ooh, that looks so sick. Now, let me see what these noobs are doing in the global chat. Let's see. See what these fashion noobs are doing. See if they have any sense of fashion. It's okay. Let me tell you something about women. Something about women. Fair. Oh, that Valkyrie Prime. Ew. Ugh. But the. Ugh. It looks so basic. My chat. This is what happens when like you want to commit to the red and black, but you don't want to commit to the red and black, so you just like slot a bit of blue in there, just like yeah, there we go. It's like it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work, chat. It doesn't work. Saitama's on this game. Saitama's Nova Prime. Let's see. Listen, no roast or anything, but Saitama, understand that you're a hero for fun, but fashion framer for fun is not your hobby. Oh god, it looks like a protagonist from a really shitty early 2000s hack and slash. No. Yeah, this... I meant Valkyrie. Fair. Well, I knew you meant Valkyrie, but yeah. This just looks bland. Fair. Yep. I agree. This looks better. It looks better. You know what? This looks better than the other two that we looked at. It looks way better. I do feel like they could have done a bit more, I guess, to like contrast. Like for what it is a pretty decent bash frame, you know? Pretty decent. Look, Nidus Prime. Let's see what this is. Red and black. Let's see, Excalibur. I guess he was trying to make Iron Man? Like, yes, Excalibur Umbra Man. Oh, God. Let's see. Not extremely thing. It's just like, rose gold, white and gray, and some blue, but it doesn't look the worst, for the default skin. I'm not angry, chat. I'm just disappointed. Like, you could do so many things with Excalibur, but you decide you can even change the highlight color. Like, you change everything else, right? And you leave the gold highlights on a bright red and desaturated dark blue. Oh, I want to cry for that abused Excalibur Umbra. Oh no. Well then, yeah. This vault skin doesn't look bad. It's better than a lot of the other fashion frame that I've seen. I fry the shit out of the what the? You know what? World chat is on something else. I'm leaving world chat. I'm going to trade chat for a while. My game is frozen. That is not good. I'm like, I have no idea why that just happened. Yeah, my game had like completely frozen up for like a minute. That's weird. Yeah. Yeah. But I'll be right back, alright chat? Just give me a few minutes and I'll be back. Yeah. BRB. Okay, chat, I'm back. Something to eat. It wasn't much, but yeah. Yeah, I do find what Erica said funny though. That every time I stream Warframe, it ends up turning into fashion frame streams. This is the funniest thing ever. But any new viewers and or watchers, welcome to stream. I'm just, you know, chilling. And yeah, that's about it. I hope everything is well for like Jeff and I and them, since they haven't popped in a while. So I haven't heard from them either. So I hope they're okay. Especially Jeff, but. I was tempted to say something, but I'm the horniest husband you'll ever meet in your life. Like, trust me, I just keep a mask on for stream, but like, if you heard the type of unhinged shit that I could say. Casually forgets the Arlecchino situation. Yeah, for dude, yeah. For straight dude, you're chill. For the most part. Most aren't, honestly. And that's a thing, like, as this community grows, I don't doubt that there'll be any, like, shortage of guys that will try to pop in the chat and be creepy. So, yeah. But yeah, let's see. What is it that I need to upgrade? I'm upgrading most of everything, you know. Let me just try to upgrade like a random weapon that I don't use typically. Actually, I have a weapon on upgrade. And kind of try out. Let's give it a try, shall we? This one. Because this is actually not a bad weapon, believe it or not. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I think I would have wanted to put, internal bleeding, rhyme rounds, but like then force. So that's like a lot of status, viral. Heat? You can't put prime shit on there. That's just... Let's change the appearance. Copy Warframe colors. And yeah, no, that looks hella cool. Now we can truly begin our looking for other things arc. Because yeah, you're being a proper fiend for Arlecchino, like real talk. You're coming in here like, I love a woman that can kill me, governor. You're like, you're like, you're acting different, Chad. I'm not gonna lie, you're acting a way I've never seen you act before. Fiend. Yeah. She was stunning, at least in my eyes. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not gonna judge you. You like what you like at the end of the day. I don't really mind, but yeah, when it came to Arlecchino, you went above and beyond the Call of Duty. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm not being fully serious. Yeah, well, this weapon's actually kind of sick though. Oh, she has like a flower. Oh, that's actually cool. She actually gets like a flower. Like that's hella cool actually. I didn't expect that. I don't know what I expected, but I definitely didn't expect that, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna need some major energy. I burned through a lot of energy there. Well, I'm in the middle of a mission, so I can't really listen to that right now. Maybe after the mission, but yeah, definitely not right now. Okay, nice. Oh shit. Let me get up here. No, is that an upcoming anime or something? Because the name does seem a bit familiar. I'm not sure if I heard it or not, but it does seem a bit familiar. It was an anime or something. No, it's a new game based off Ghost of Tsushima. Alright. I tried to play Ghost of Tsushima, I just couldn't really get into it. I don't say it's a bad game, but just probably... I may give it another try in future. But that'll be a long time from now, honestly. So... Oh gosh. I can't say sneezing. Yeah. Damn it. Nice. Good luck with that. That's the thing. Developing expertise in one particular weapon takes a lifetime of experience. Even in Monster Hunter games, like, it takes a very long amount of hours played to understand the weapon on a fundamental level. And even if, you know, you can't get that fundamental understanding, that's the next thing. Sometimes, like, it just, you have an affinity to a particular weapon that you just won't have for others, you know what I mean? Like, my affinity is longsword. Longsword is something that it came naturally to me. I didn't really look up guides to learn how to play longsword. I learned it through, like, just playing and just general practice. So if you want to master all weapons in any Monster Hunter game, it's not really truly possible. Because even if you become a master, there's still things that you can learn, I guess. No, maybe I should load up some Monster Hunter chat. What do you think? It's been a minute. I'll do some months. It's been a hot minute since I played Monster Hunter, you know, like. Maybe because the main thing to do right now is just crown hunting and stuff like that. But I feel like you missed my point, Shadow. Even if you just want to learn only bladed weapons on the game, sword and shield, dual blades, longsword, and greatsword are... There may be overlap in them being swords, but the way you play them, the way you approach a hunt, and the way you would fight a monster actively with each weapon is very different. Because some people can excel at, like, you know, more aggressive play, but when it comes to, like, greatsword, you can have a build for more aggressive, but it works a bit differently, and you can be very severely punished on greatsword sometimes. So you can learn how to play every single weapon in Monster Hunter, including, like, all bladed weapons, but you'll probably never, like, truly, in that sense, master the weapon, because it requires a lot more effort to master and understand, like, all the different things you can do with the weapon. And for each weapon, there's a style that will suit someone. Like, my style is heavily counter focused sometimes. That type of playstyle requires a lot of knowledge of how a monster moves, their attack patterns, what their tendencies, what they tend to do in certain scenarios. But even with all of that knowledge, there are times that a monster will just catch you off guard. Even if you know every possible move the monster can do, there'll be times where you won't be able to account for something. That's just something that needs to be taken into consideration when you're playing any Monster Hunter game. And that's the thing, like, for example, Monster Hunter World is very different to Sunbreak, and Sunbreak is very different to Wilds. So, like, a lot tends to change from game to game, so certain things may be consistent, yes, but the game also, like, does change a lot. So, there's also that to take into consideration. So, yeah, not to dash your dreams of ever, like, wanting to, like, a master at a lot of weapons. That's, your aspiration, but you do have to know that there's a lot to it. You know, like, it's alright if you don't want to put in 1,000 hours into Longsword. Hell, even if you wanted to master Longsword, you may have to put in like 2,000 hours. Like, if you want to truly, like, master the weapon, and are you willing to put 2,000 hours at bare minimum, even to just, like, have, like, a very good understanding of the weapon into 5 separate weapons? Well, 4. So, Sword and Shield, Dual Blades, Longsword, and Greatsword. So, 4 by 2,000, that would be at least 8,000 hours. And that's more Monster Hunter than I have ever played across both games. So, there's that to consider. Right, I'm gonna end this stream here, and I'm gonna start up a Monster Hunter stream, and, you know, just like a short Monster Hunter stream. Why not? Let's do it. Why not? So, yeah, let's do that. So, I'm gonna end this stream here, and I'm gonna load up on some Monster Hunter, and I'm gonna do a few hunts. It's been a minute, so, yeah. I'll see you there, chat. So I do hope that you'll tune in on the Monster Hunter stream. So stay on the channel and wait and reload, and you should see the next stream pop up like about 2 to 3 minutes after the stream ends, right? So alright, I'll see y'all over there. So see you there, chat.